Oh, how you guys doing? Hope you had a good holiday. Oh, mine was pretty pleasant. Well, I saw some videos that you might want to pay interest in. This won't be a long video because I know some people probably I try not to make them too long. But I'm gonna show you a couple videos what I picked up on some YouTube feed, and it's the weather disasters. And these weather disasters, this is crazy.
Fast national constitution. This device converts any kind of text into audio. New York County, find year. Year 2019. Read amount. The amount is $80.10. Dump the olive oil. Heating a heat with 2 tablespoons of olive oil establishes a series of... Read slower.
Watching in today's video that what's happening there. It's a request to you guys, please watch this video till end so you can understand better. So without any delay, let's start today's video. Oh my god, here you can see that the heavy flood in Makkah Mukarramah city.
Heavy rainfall led to severe flooding in the west of Saudi Arabia.
Astaghfirullah.
Videos shared by residents showed Jeddah struggling with the aftermath of the rainfall as severe flooding hits the air. Cars were swept away, streets were engulfed, and property was destroyed by the floods.
Oh my god.
The floods have also caused flight delays at King Abdulaziz International Airport. School closures blocked the road today.
In civilian houses as well.
Most residents were forced to stay indoors as they watched water levels rise steadily outside their homes, while most streets were
This is very sad.
According to the National Meteorological Center of Saudi Arabia, 179 millimeters of rain fell in southern Jeddah on Thursday between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. It was the highest on record.
Oh my god.
Traffickers
What do you think guys about this video? Do you think this is the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?
In extreme weather conditions, advising motorists and residents to be wary of conditions. Winter rainstorms and flooding occur almost every year in Jeddah, where residents have long decried poor infrastructure.
We got some Saudi Arabia.
Something negative happens to you, seek the forgiveness of Allah. And the condition of your heart will determine whether it was a punishment or not. If your heart is made distant from Allah because of something that happened to you, that is a punishment. And if your heart became closer to Allah as a result of something that happened to you, it was the biggest blessing. Whether positive or negative is besides the point. You know what that means? Some people get a lot of money, they get a good job, they have a lovely family, they forget Allah. That's a punishment. Why? It was something that looked positive, but it drove you away from Allah. It took you to the clubs, and it took you to bad habits. If that's the case, it was a punishment. It's not a blessing. Something looking good was not a blessing because it drove you away from Allah. And on the other hand, something that was looking so bad, you lost your job, you lost your limbs, you had an accident, someone passed away, etc. If it made you come for salah and change your life, wallahi, that was a blessing from Allah. Anything that brings you close to Allah is a blessing. That's why sometimes a person gets sick and he's a wealthy guy and he says, I'm going to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Doctor says, we're doing all the tests. He said, yes, we're doing the tests. He gets the MRI and he gets this done and that done. Pause for a moment. May Allah grant shifa to all those who are sick and ill. Say Amin. All those who are sick and ill. And may Allah protect us all. Amin. So he gets everything done and you know what? They don't know what's the story. Why? My brother, you don't do your salah on time. You're not worshipping Allah. You're far from Allah. You're engaged in sin and so on. And Allah loves you enough to make you realize that it's only in the hands of Allah. So you go to the doctors and you should. But if nothing happens, nothing comes out one after the other, and then the doctor tells you, you know what? You only have 6 months to live. A person who that statement draws closer to Allah is actually blessed. And the other one will get frustrated, start questioning Allah. Why are you doing this to me? Why me? I've got little children. Forget about it. You're not the first person with little children who's got 6 months to live. And by the way, when they say 6 months to live, it's not even cast in stone. Because you might live for another 60 years. Who knows? It's only a statement. He might be totally wrong. How many people have left, for example, healthy and they've died without a problem? And how many people have been told 24 hours to go, 24 years still? They say, Salaam alaikum, buddha. MashaAllah, may Allah grant us ease. Rely on Allah. If anything brings you closer to Allah, it is a blessing. So my brothers and sisters,
now another video
it's called yaqeen. Iman needs to be strong. Your faith in Allah needs to be unwavering. It needs to be shatterproof. It needs to be solid. That's when you will be able to overcome. You made a profit for so many years, you will make a loss for so many years. Try your best, work hard, be a good person, don't harm and hurt others, have a good relation with Allah, and keep going. Those struggles are a blessing. When you are far from Allah, you have forgotten Allah, and you are harming other creatures of Allah, then your hardship might be a punishment from Allah. But if you're a good person, you are trying, you help here and there, you've improved yourself, you're trying to obey Allah's instruction. Those are the two main things you need to do on earth. Huququllahi, huququl ibadi. My rights that I need to fulfill for Allah, which is my salah, my zakah, my saum, my hajj, my fara'id, and that which is compulsory, that is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you're doing that, and the second thing, huququl ibad, I'm fulfilling the rights of the creatures of Allah. I'm kind, I remove jealousy, hatred, ill feeling from my heart. I try to help people. What more do you want? What are we on earth for? We are on earth to fulfill all these things. If you've done that, have hope in Allah. Have hope in Allah. In the meantime, improve yourself every day. Then when a day comes that you are struggling because of a loss in terms of the dunya, thank Allah. Don't worry. Thank Allah. When the Prophet ﷺ went through hardship, do you know what he said? He said, oh Allah, if you are pleased with me, I don't mind what's going on here. If you are happy with me, never mind what happened. Subhanallah. Look at the yaqeen and conviction, because he knows, إِنَّمَا الدُّنْيَا فَنَا. This dunya, this world is going to come to an end. Subhanallah. I sit and look at the trees sometimes and I tell myself, man is so weak.
The Butterfly Kiss Pro by Skull Shaver is one of the...
I've got to share this. Are you paying around $140 or more per month for car insurance?
Hello guys, and welcome to another update from Israel. As you probably noticed, I was away for a while, and I'm thankful to my brother who was keeping you up to date. But now I am able to go back to my work and give you more updates from Israel and publish more videos on the history and archaeology of Israel. So what you are seeing now are images showing you a huge thunderstorm that happened over Gaza just a day ago. And when I say big, I mean really, really big. Just look at those images showing you some of the thunderstorms, some of the lightning that hit Gaza just a few days ago. Additionally to those lightnings and thunders, there was also a huge rain that hit Gaza. And some of the buildings caught actually on fire, but that's not all. According to the broadcast, more rains and thunders are coming towards the direction of Gaza. And why am I saying this? Because some of the tunnels are actually being flooded right now. So it's kind of like an intervention made by God, a statement from the heavens. Now the IDF was planning, so the Israeli military was planning to flood those tunnels anyways, but it seems that now they will flood anyways because of that huge unexpected rain that is falling on Gaza. And as those tunnels are filled with water, the Gaza militants need to get out, need to run, and they get out of the tunnels and they get into the hands of the Israeli army. An incredible, incredible story. Before I get to the current situation in Gaza, let us just do a quick recap of what has happened so far. So here you can see how Gaza looks like. So you have the basic shape of it, and this is the territory that is occupied by Hamas, and this is where the attack on Israel happened. Now Hamas not only entered Israel from Gaza and captured many of the hostages and killed a lot of Israelis, but also they started firing thousands of rockets that were hitting Israel. Israel responded with airstrikes, hitting Gaza targets within Gaza. But to stop the Gaza attacks from within, Israel had to enter Gaza. So after securing the territory around Gaza and destroying additional Hamas targets within Gaza, it was time to move in. Israel military decided that the priority will be to eliminate Hamas in the northern part of Gaza. On November 1st, Israel army was 800 meters from the coast and 800 meters from cutting Gaza in half. The blue color on this map will show you Israeli advances as we discuss the different dates. Now you must realize that there are two types of Gaza. We have the Gaza Strip, so the whole territory controlled by Hamas, And there is also the Gaza City. The Gaza City is located in the northern part of the Gaza Strip. Gaza City takes up about 80% of the northern part of the Gaza Strip. And Gaza City is the first area that the Israeli army wants to clear out from Hamas. And this is a very, very populated area, so it's a very difficult task. However, on November 2nd, the Israeli army has successfully reached the coast of the Mediterranean Sea and cut off the Gaza City from the southern part of the Gaza Strip. On November 6th, the Israeli army took control of the port next to the Gaza City and also created a route for the refugees to escape the Gaza City and get to the southern part of the Gaza Strip. Here you can see some images of the Israeli army taking control of the coast west of the Gaza City. Here in the background you can see the port west of Gaza City. It was very important for the Israeli army to take control of this port and eliminate any attacks from the sea. So here once again you can see the area of the port, and let me show you the port again on Google Maps so that you have a better understanding what it is. So once again, here is the area of the Gaza Strip. You see this? This is the area of the Gaza City within the Gaza Strip, and here is the port, the images of which I was showing you in a moment. So on November 9th, Israeli army has done additional advancements within the Gaza, circling even more the Gaza City. But before I will continue, I want you to look at the two dots that are marked on this map. These are the Al-Shifa and the Indonesian hospital. I am mentioning them because I will be referring to them later on in the video. On the 15th of November, the Israeli army took control of the area around the Al-Shifa hospital and also of the hospital itself. So first of all, the whole world was angry at Israel that they are treating the hospitals as military targets. But Israel knew that those hospitals were used by Hamas to attack the military. And here's, for example, some images showing you how Hamas used the hospitals to attack the Israeli army. When Israel took control of the Al-Shifa hospital, their predictions about how the Hamas using the hospitals came true, because when the Israeli army entered the hospital, they saw a lot of weapons, and in the most obscure places. For example, this is an MRI room, and behind it you have lots and lots of weapons, and the Israeli army found weapons like that hidden all over the hospital in many places. Additionally, on the complex of this hospital, they also found tunnels that were used by Hamas. So Hamas created those tunnels on purpose next to the hospitals. This is how cruel they are, and they don't care about their people. Here on this video, once again, you can see what they found on the territory of this hospital. It was not a hospital, it was a Hamas headquarters, and under this hospital there were tunnels leading to the underground city, underground base of Hamas. Now, any other army in the world would just destroy this place, but the Israeli army actually supplied the hospitals with many medical equipment and fuel. Here, for example, you have a picture showing an Israeli woman packing an incubator that was sent to this hospital. This is how much the Israeli army thinks of the innocent Palestinians that are used by Hamas. Now, despite the advancements that the Israeli army is making every day, there are still a lot of territories that are not yet controlled by the Israeli army. Now, this is problematic because rockets are continuing to be shot at Israel from different directions within the Gaza Strip. We are, of course, thankful for the Iron Dome and the sirens that protect the people. However, some rockets still hit people in Israel, and it's a big concern for the Israeli people. So please continue to pray for
It's happening in China.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. Right now something very biblical is happening in China. China is underwater, y'all. Right now it is underwater, and there's a lot of aerial footage that's going to capture the flooding and the disasters that's taking place right now. So it seems like the Most High is definitely moving in the land. He's moving all over this planet, just like it was prophesied. At this point, we are seeing an escalation of these major disastrous events, and many are definitely saying that these are biblical warnings that we are seeing taking place, biblical events that we are seeing taking place, right? The destruction of the planet is happening right now, live and in living color. So much has been done to damage this place, and hey, the Most High is moving. He is definitely moving. So anyway, take a look at this footage. It is definitely devastating.
Excuse me.
水已经很深了，我们地铁里边已经到腰了。 大家能看到朋友圈了吗？把我们的留在个水，留在大了水，还有
We hope you like today's topic. Please leave your comments below if you.
Well, that was a very interesting look at their point of view from the Muslim imam. I don't know if he's a cleric, a Muslim cleric point of view about the insight on what they what they believe the God Allah is, and then it's the Hebrew perspective. But you see how in all three incidents of where those events is happening, God is not playing with these. He's really showing out and showing up. And what's happening in China, and what's happened over in the Middle East and in Israel. And I believe that, I don't know if that was Saudi Arabia. They had one place in Saudi Arabia where the video did, where Mecca is at. They had crickets. You probably seen video. There's crickets. All these crickets was all in their holy place, and it was something biblical. And it's really, that was something around when they go play the I think it's Hajj or something, when they go every year and they walk around the Cabal over there. That's where it happened at. It's something to that. And all of a sudden it was mysteriously all these crickets, bugs came and flooded the whole place where they prayed at. And it was just really, really strange. But then the flooding. And the reason why I believe China is under judgment is because China, when there was a church that's established in China, and basically people being Christians, there are some Chinese Christians. But what happened with China government took the scriptures out of the Bible and put Buddhist writings into the Bible. And so that was a judgment on China. So they go by the Buddhist teachings. So, and in the book of Revelation, what people don't realize, these nations don't understand, you don't take away, add, or take away. You can't take the Bible, the Word of God, and add another texture into it, another religion in it, and say they'll follow these teachings. Let's say in the case with Buddhists, because that's judgment. And so China has got, is one thing, sin is in play all over the world. But when you mess with the scriptures, go to the book of Revelation, it's the last chapter, and it tells you what would happen. The book of Revelations tell you China did that. China messed with the scriptures, just like other religions have messed with scriptures. And if they don't follow the holiness, and when they take the scriptures and they interpret and put their own teaching, it's like, for example, they did the Bible, the Queen James, because they wanted to fit the LGBTQ community. So they rewrote the Bible on that one. There's a version for the LGBTQ community, and whoever did that, again, that's an example. Judgment hits those people, and judgment hit that area. God's word is very serious. That's what people don't understand. it's one thing he sees the sin, but I think the last ultimate goal when they mess with his word, because his word, his name, he valued the word, because he gave it to the disciples through his son Yeshua Mashiach to get the apostle. And then people would have paid attention to the scriptures. And some people, so they don't believe that these things are happening. They don't believe what they say. Well, that's just the Christian version of it. But it's the right version of it. And now they've seen the results of it in China with Buddhist writings. Because you can't speak on the word Jesus over there if you're a Christian, because you'll get persecuted. That's why this church is underground. But not only that they get persecuted being a Christian, they also shut the churches down. So they have churches. So only Buddhism, the writing of Buddhism throughout China, throughout parts of China, I believe, is it. So when China decided to do that, judgment came on China. And people are suffering. And then, did you know that there's a venereal disease over there? That's part of a judgment. They have an illness over there. Remember, it was the pandemic before. They have another illness. It broke loose in China. The second thing, so that famine is going to hit China. China's government allowed the judgments of the Most High to come upon that country. And it's sad because there's a small percentage of God's people is in China. Because there are Christian churches in China. But by the not, people paying the consequences. Now, so you got the floods over there. You got this mysterious disease over there. And I believe it is. It's an illness. So it's something, ladies and gentlemen, it's judgment. Like she said, the countries are being judged as we speak. And so when people tell you the Bible ain't real and things like that, you can see the after effects of it. You can see it is after effects. We see it, but it's a mysterious illness similar to the one that they had. But yeah, so I don't want to make this video too short. I know I want to show you this right quick from a different couple of commentators. But yeah, and it's just confirming what we've been saying. That judgment is in the land. So you've seen a lot of things happening here in different parts of the world, and soon it's going to hit America because of what we anticipated in. So alright then, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe, and subscribe to the channels. And yeah, it's really interesting take on how the Muslims look at this. They know it's something. That's their version of it. But it's good to get a paranoid point of view. But it's coming to a common thing. But even though people know something's going on. So yeah, I was trying to find where China was going through that illness, but if you see it on YouTube, it's on the YouTube feed. It's out there. But yeah, China's going through an illness, and in fact, it's been on the news. So, all right then, you guys take it easy. See you next time. Hope you like the video, like and subscribe. Take care.